That was a pretty decent game. Well, Rainbow Zerg is a really great deck. As I said, like I climbed casually with it without like even paying attention to the games, and I was able to climb like legend on both servers. Hello, welcome to the stream. Have you ever seen or even thought of the combo? Oh my bro. Who else would try it if not me, right? I'm showing it one time. That is how you win games right now. How are you doing there? This dude will have nightmares today. That was not even close, right? Top 100. So today we're trying this deck, which is my newest edition of a Rainbow Zerg DK. I played a lot of variations of a DK. If you watched my YouTube videos, you probably know that about like a month ago, I did like all the different kind of variations of any Death Knight Zerg deck that you can even imagine. I played, I think, like about 11 or like 11 to 13 different archetypes overall, like for a DK specifically, and made like and tried all the cards that are like even possible to put into a Zerg Rainbow, like into a Zerg DK, right? Or not Rainbow. I tried like all the like a BBU, in a triple U, triple F, triple B, all of that good stuff. So as far as it is, this is like the top two decks for DK that I thought like are performing really well was an FFU plus a Rainbow, but the whole problem with an FFU there was an existence of Weapon Rocks and Hero Power Druids, right? When I played an FFU before, that was like the only decks that I like lose without a chance, because you don't really have a way to stop all of those like hero powers and weapons overall to hit your face, and you don't really have a sustainability. You don't really have sustainability cards in an FFU, and that is exactly why a Rainbow version has like an Airlock Breach and two Crushers, and this way you can stop people from hitting your face with a Crusher, and you can gain a lot of health, and that is like from being heavily in favored as an FFU with a 5% win rate against Weapon Rock and Hero Power Druid, you have a 95% win rate all of a sudden against like those two decks, because you have an Airlock Breach plus a Crusher. Against a Weapon Rock, if you can find one Crusher, that is usually enough for you to win that out, like to win the whole game just by you finding a Crusher, right? Against a Hero Power Druid, that is pretty much the same, but you have more time, right? You might have more time for that, so you can like do an Airlock Breach, and that can be even good enough. That's how crazy it is, because that is plus 20 health, like efficiently, right? You have plus 2 towns, 5 towns, plus like 10 health heal, so that is like plus 20 health so far. Against Weapon Rock, if you have like a Crusher on turn 4 and Airlock Breach on turn 6, there is 0 chance in the world you'll lose. That is like how crazy that is. So the deck is strong. I can see like some additions, like I was thinking about adding something like Runes of Darkness, for example, into this deck, because you can find like a better Crusher, you can find like a Foam if you're not playing against something like a Weapon Rock or a Hero Power Druid, right? Runes of Darkness is a really good addition out there into this specific deck, but to actually add it, I think I have to substitute an Airlock Breach. I don't really believe like any other substitution, like maybe a Mosh Pit, but I kind of think the Mosh Pit actually does a lot of good stuff for us in this deck. But you can substitute a Mosh Pit for Runes of Darkness for an extra, like, win con with another Crusher or something like this. You have like a Foam, you have all of that good stuff. You might just like go against a Warrior. And against the Warrior, Foam is like, kind of like a little better. So as far as it is, the deck is obviously strong. I was playing it casually, like, in the middle of my runs, like whatever I did, for whole months, like this specific version. I got Legend like within the last months on both servers that I play, like an A and an EU. So as far as it is, like this deck is quite decent. You should have to try that out, but let's jump right in. Okay. Against a Hero Power Druid. Well, for those of you, you're probably watching this as a new vid, right? You're probably like, watching it as a new vid. But I just played an FFU, and it was like kind of like hopeless against the Hero Power, right? Against the Hero Power Druid. And let's see how, like, how the new additions actually do the trick for us here, right? Let's see how the new choice open an archetype, not being an FFU, but just like changing a couple of cards and making it a rainbow, makes a difference against, like in a matchup against Hero Power Druid, right? That is obviously Hive Queen. Going out of Hive Queen, the more larvas we have, the better. Because we might get Infestors out there, so we might get all those towns out there, so in spite of that, that's pretty strong. New heights. So that is not a hero power, that is a Dungar, right? That is a Dungar Druid. Okay. Get another larva out there, in such a case. Against the Dungar, we hope to find Baneling Barrage, right? That is like the cards that wins us games against them, yeah, specifically Dungar. Well, I haven't seen that one like for ages, I would say. For months, about months. But we need specifically a Baneling. That's an interesting choice. We need specifically a Baneling Barrage here to win this game. Baneling Barrage to win this game. Let's spend some cards out there. Let's hope for another Forbidden Fruit into Infestor. Let's hope for that. And let's hope to snipe out a Dungar. That would be really awesome if a Viper snipes out a Dungar, and not like something something like an 8/8 Splitting Space Rock, right? Splitting Space Rock would be just crazy. Can get another one. We have a Viper out there. Let's get a Spine Crawler, just to be safe. Just to be safer with our Mr. Hive Queen or Miss Hive Queen, right? But I kind of want like more deals of the Viper. Plus, he has like 7 mana only. If he has a Doomgrim, he'll be able to take it out right there. Anyway, okay, he tries to clear that out. Interesting choice, I would say. Weird, and I don't know. That was really weird. Like it means that he didn't have a Doomgrim. That basically means that he didn't have a Doomgar in his hand. Because otherwise he would just like go for ramp up, right? Because it was 7 mana for him. The ramp up gives him 9 next turn. So if he had a Doomgar in his hand, he would just like go for ramp up and tries to actually get a Doomgar out. But I guess you cannot like have a Doomgar in your starting hand like each game, right? But yeah, against a Doomgar, if they have an early Doomgar, the only way for us to win that game is to have Baneling Barrages into a spawning pool, into something like that multiplies a death roll for in some way. Wipers, yelling Yodelers, death rolls, and all that good stuff. That is the only way we can deal with all of those Splitting Space Rocks and all that good stuff. Nydus Worm for us? Kind of like the idea, but y'all are not really. Okay, let's go. You have to be careful against the priest, right? Against the priest, because a lot of priests these days actually run an aggro version, right? You have all of those like orbital halos, yeah, overzealous healers, all of that good stuff, just like to try to get an early tempo and win with their motherships, like in a late game, if that is the case. If that is even possible for them, so pretty good so far. Local Salesman anyway, bird watching into another one. Didn't find one. Okay, interesting. Go space, 0 garrisons of world. Hive Queen it is. I'm not trading here. Chill Walgen. I guess if you have a bird watching into some kind of like odd cards. Oh, Sentry, okay. That was a pretty good bird watch in such a case. As long as he doesn't have an Amanzul. Like, Amanzul is like the only thing that actually can stop us from developing big time, right? Ooh. Get some options out there. Let's get some options out there. I guess we have to kill the Sentry. Right? Well, not really. Like, he has one. Like a power cord or something like this, right? To copy it with +1, but I guess we have to do that. I guess we have to do that. It's proxy guy. Okay. As weird as it is, like, but it's fine. Only 2 larvas. Not too much. Pendant. That's an interesting tech addition, I would say. Interesting. There's a sentry. Second one. Okay. That's a good boy. That's a good boy out there. Okay, let's do it. Let's force him to trade, right? Let's force him to trade. It's a free Infestor for us. That's a free real estate, I would say, right? It's a free +1/+1. Hallucination, okay. And a definite. Well, that's a free -definite, I would say, right? Power card sync, obviously, okay. So we actually made a right choice, right? Made a right call to actually trade into a sentry at that point, like on turn 2. That's good to know. Here's a wiper for us. We can have a rush and clear everything, right? And clear everything. Can even clear everything with a Baneling Barrage? Like, do we care? Like, do we even care here? Hold on, what if? What if? What if I do something like this, right? Oh my god, that is... yeah. That was, you know... That is obviously a full board clear, but... but, you know... It says thank you. He says thank you, you know? That's a full board clear, but oh my god. High Templar 14. Don't tell me. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Let's see if he has a second one. He has one more card on that. One more product screen. Let's see what's up. Like, he might have an Amazon, right? Might have an Amazon. That would be a huge clear of a couple of 5/5s. Okay, he doesn't have one. Okay. At least that happens for us. He doesn't have an Amazon. Right? Sometimes it is like, you know, not good enough. Let's go. My god, can you stop? Can you stop? Thank you. Okay. Can you just, like, you know, stop getting motherships out? Oh my god. It's a 2 out of 2, right? 2 Vipers, 2 motherships out. Oh my god. You might have another High Templar, right? That would be huge. That would be really huge, but I guess he doesn't have. He has a carrier here. Okay, so worse. That's even worse because we don't really have a way to deal with that garbage. Oh boy. Any kind of like decent response for us? No, not really. Reska would be nice, you know. Reska would be nice. But didn't happen. Has a lease alright, 17. I can clear one, right? I can clear one, and that is kind of like not a lethal if we have like enough minions on board. No, not really. I have to kill a 3/5 for us to survive. Is there like a way? Not really. God, that's disgusting answer. You know what? You know what? Let's do something like this for now. Let's spawn a lot of mini-me's, right? And let's do hero power into 141. Something like this. Like, this can work. But kind of like not in lethal range for now, man. We'll see. Like, if we're lucky enough, right? Well, it depends on what he has. Colossus. He has a Colossus, huh? Oh my god. Oof, oof. Pretty good. That was pretty good. Let's see what's up.
Reska versus Hamul. Balance in all things.
Okay, I guess now's a druid. Hive Queen is good. Wiper. Well, I guess that is a hero power druid, right? I do need a Wiper. Outside not exactly like me. No, not true. I don't really want like an early Wiper to get all of those groovy cats out. Ooh. That's pretty good. Turn 2, couple of Zerg, sounds good. Color's construct, okay. Well, I guess so we could like play a Zerg on turn 1. That could be better. I guess. It depends on what he plays, right? No. Well, wasn't better than. Well, it was better like in general, right? But he didn't hire from a Color's construct here. Something like a gold banner would be detrimental to us, right? Yodeler. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, give me an Infestor, right? From a larva. That would be good. That would be awesome, though. Give me an Infestor.
Spartans!
Hey there, Zoe. How are you doing? I hope you're doing really well right now. So how about like a Nydus Worm into Baneling Barrage? Feels fine. We have like a lot of us going on for us. We have kind of like a free turn, right? Oh, that's much better. So now we need like one. Hmm. We have a Wiper, we have an Infestor, and everything like for 5 mana. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. We can like do if he doesn't like find specifically a coin into Flux or whatever that is into Zale into Artemis, right? We're good to go here.
Slips away.
Yes, and also Zale. So he doesn't have specifically an RS, okay? Doesn't have an RS here. We can clear the whole board now potentially, right? Gonna clear the whole board. We should probably do it. Okay, let's do something like this. Okay, that's decent. Let's do a rush out there. Like this. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. What is up, my dude? Like, if he didn't play an RS before, he might not have a specifically a combo of a pylons into an RS. But he might have an RS from, he has a coin plus, he can get like an invade into an RS, right? So, but he gives us all the time in the world, and we have a Crusher already. And as I said before, like an FFU really has a hard time against that one, but a Rainbow might just like not have a hard one. So he leaves me an Infestor here, really? Leaves me an Infestor. That is so kind of you, John. That is really kind of you, man. Really kind, man. Because, you know, Larvas is actually really annoying, and it might just, like, give me wipers, but... An Infestor on the board, that's huge. Because I can finally, like, play all those garbage cards that I, like, didn't have the chance to play before. And it's kind of like a lethal strat already. Just, like, you know, casually, like this. That would have happened if you actually killed him faster and left Hive Queen on board. Because it would be slower, you know? Because it will be slower. Recognize relation. He doesn't have like anything. It feels like he doesn't have an ordinance even like a bit. But I don't know why. Why is that even the case? One control tag, 0 cares in the world. No, not really. Didn't try that. 11. We don't really have like sorry. Like we. Like if both hits go into a base, right, with header risk. 2 hits, we just like need 2 and a crusher. 2 out of 3 into the base. Well, it's kind of like 33% chance, right? 33% chance for an instant lethal. Multi-risk cannot like go out with a Viper. Okay, let's go for it. Like, let's try it, right? Let's try it out. Just need 2 hits in the face, didn't happen. I guess a Viper will do the trick in such a case. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, Dean scores 30% chance here, but that's fun.
Stand with me. You have won this day.
Well, that's, you know, that was a pretty easy game, I would say. That was a pretty easy one. Okay, one more. One more. Bro, let me save you some time out there. You have all the same, you know, all the same patterns with the messages out there. You're kind of like distracting me.
Reska versus Rexa. I'm acting on instinct. Get back to work.
Against the hunter, it should be really, like really tough, I would say. It depends, like, on how much of a high roll does they have, like, in an early game. But overall, I don't really like have good stats against the hunter, as far as I remember. Like all the additions of a rainbow, don't really have a good one against the hunter specifically. It's kind of like you know, something like about a 45%, I would say, win rate. Maybe I was unlucky though. Zerg Hunter. Oh, I think I played that one. Oh, maybe that is not like a Zerg. Maybe that is a hidden buff, right? Maybe that is a hidden buff. That may be the case. Hmm. Do we like go for Hive Queen already? Like we can do some crazy stuff, something like a Brittlebone into a Miracle Salesman, just like for the sake of it. Because the Hive Queen might just like not really give us anything good, right? Like might give us an Infestor for a future. That is a good one. Do we need like a Miracle Salesman with a report here? Like, do we need like all those 2 snake oils? I would say no, right? I would say no. An empty Infestor on turn 3 is even better than like whatever garbage we play with the Brittlebone Buccaneer here, right? If you like high roll Infestor out there, it could be much better. Okay, here's an Infestor. That's a nice high roll, I would say.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Sorry about that. I have to do some like some errands with the work in between. Oh, that's pretty convenient, I would say. That's pretty convenient.
These could belong to a brand new species. Finding.
Let's see what is up. We have a Brittlebone and the Hive Queen here. Spawning pool. We have a draw. It's not really like good. Okay, I have to like remove that guy obviously. This goes here. We have to develop that 100%. We I think have to develop a Hive Queen and maybe a Zerg too. I think like developing a Zerg here is fine because we'll like get it on the board and provide like applying some pressure out there. In case we hire all the Vipers, that is like that is a name game for him instantly.
These could belong to a brand new species. Finding.
Kerrigan, unfortunately we are 1 mana off, right? For him. Unfortunately, but that is not the end of the world, I would say. We have a win. We have a lot of things going on for us right now. Mosh Pit is pretty good for Hive Queen, but we don't really need that much, like, value, I would say. Kerrigan next turn just, like, deals with everything now. Wiper for it. Oh my god, that is strong. That is strong. Okay, let's go. That is too strong to pass, I would say. That is just like awesome. My Wiper is so strong, such a great card. Because it's like by itself it's really garbage, right? You never want to actually play a Wiper by itself. Even in like even when you play arena and you have all of those like larvas and stuff from a Kerrigan, right? Feels pretty cool. When you get a Wiper from a larva, but it's kind of like empty because in an arena you can like you don't really want to summon all of those like heavy minions out there, right? Okay, I have the same toy brand, but my Zergs are kind of like better. So yeah, like in a casual game, you'd never want to actually play a Viper by itself, but when you come to a ladder and you have like a deck specifically built around all of that crazy stuff, crazy good stuff, the Viper actually becomes a good card. And that is why a Zerg DK is actually better than any other Zerg. Because you have Viper 100% in your deck. That's, you know, that's pretty cool. Evolution Chamber. So that is, you know, that is specifically a Zerg, right? It's a Hydro-esque. That is not a hand buff. That is full Zerg, full all-in on Zergs. It shouldn't be a problem for us to deal with that. Explosive trap. Well, kind of like clears a couple, right? Oh, it's not even an explosive trap. Interesting. How much damage that is? 7, right? Okay. That was a pretty decent game. Well, Rainbow Zerg is a really great deck. As I said, like I climbed casually with it without like even paying attention to the games, and I was able to climb like legend on both servers. Like I was like doing some errands, like working like this, like you know, and playing like this, like you know, being distracted by the work all the time, and still was able like to climb to a legend pretty easily so far, not paying too much attention to the game and how it plays out, because the deck is extremely strong. And against like whatever you play out on a ladder when you are on your legend climb, I would say you will have the same kind of like you know the same kind of like experience so far. So because the deck, like I spend a lot of time to find the best version of a Zerg deck for DK, and I think that is the pinnacle with for a low legend climb kind of thing, right? With a Rainbow Zerg. As soon as you get to the top legend, probably an FFU is better because like that is like as a deck that I showcased before, which is like an FFU #1 legend on Asia, which is really strong. So you know, as soon as you like climb higher on legends, right, you'll probably see less of those hero-powered druids, maybe your weapon rocks, and that is like you know the point where you can actually switch to an FFU because it's kind of like more aggressive, and you don't really need those crushers and Airlock Breaches, and that is like you know. That is a thing to consider, right? Because as soon as you don't really need crushers and Airlock Breaches in your game, FFU is obviously better. So but against like when you see like each second match that I have is against like a hero powered droid or a weapon rock, and like you know FFU just like loses to every single one of those. So as far as it is, thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to try that deck on yourself. Let me know how it does for you in the comments. But that is it for now for Rainbow Zerg DK.